Hello guys and welcome to another video in the series of Linux tutorials. In this video we are going to talk about archiving files using the tar command. So let's begin. First of all, what is archiving? Archiving is basically the process of combining multiple files into a single file, and also the equivalent size of an archive file is equal to the sum of the sizes of the individual file. For example, if we consider here that the one file is of 2 MB and another file is of 2 MB, okay, and after you will do the archiving, then size of the resultant file will be the 4 MB. Okay, now archiving is useful in terms of the portability and storage, right? In Linux, to archive the files we use the program that is the tar. So I'll go to the documents now, alright, and I'll clear it. Now if you see here, there are multiple files and a directory present. If you want to create an archive file using the tar command, then you can write here tar-c, which means that we are going to create an archive file, or we can say a tar file, right? After that we will write the name of the file that needs to be combined. So I'll write here file1, and also we can write here the name of the directories. So I will write here dir1. After that we will specify the option here -f. Now after -f option you will write the name of the archive. For example, if you want to create the archive with the name file.tar, then you will write this here. Okay, instead of this you can also write the path here. For example, currently this particular tar file will be created within this directory. If I want to create in the previous directory, then I can write here .. Okay, it means that create the tar file in the previous directory. Okay, but currently I want to create the tar file in this directory, so I will not provide any path here. Okay, note that the archive that are created using the tar program have the extension of .tar. Okay, so if I press enter and if I again do the ls, then you will see a file.tar has been created. So this particular archive file have dir1 and file1 inside of it. Now if you want to view the files, then you can use the option here -t. Okay, after that -f and then the name of the tar file. Okay, so I'll write here file.tar. Then you will see it has the file1, dir1, and inside dir1 we have two other files also, that is we and ff, right? If I do here ls of dir1, then you will see these two files is present inside the dir1. Now once the tar file is created, you can also add the file inside of a tar using the -r option. So I'll write here tar-r, and then I will define the name of the new file. So I'm going to put the file2 also. So I'll write here file2 and then -f and name of the tar. Okay, so if I press enter and if I again do the -tf of file.tar, now you will notice that file2 is also present inside our archive tar file. In case if you want to delete a particular file from the tar, then you can use the option here delete. Okay, so I'll write here delete and then the name of the file that is present inside the tar file which you want to delete. For example, if I want to remove the file1, then I will define here file1. Okay, and I will again do the -t. You will see the file1 has been removed from our tar file. Now let me clear it. Now by default, whenever we create a tar file, then the original file is not deleted. Okay, sometimes during the creation of the tar file we require that the original file to be deleted. In that case, during the creation of our tar file, so let me create the tar file with the 3 files. Okay, you can specify the option here remove files, right? And after that -f and the name of the tar. So I'll give here name as new file.tar. Okay, in this case file1, file2 and file3 will be removed. So now if you see here new file, then you will see all the files are present in the tar file, and also if I do the ls, these files has been removed. Now let me clear it. Now after that, if we need to extract our file that is present in some tar file, in that case you can use the option here -x. Okay, after that you will specify the name of our tar file, that is new file.tar, and if you want to have the verbose output, then you can also use the option here -v. Okay, combining all these three options, you can write in this form also. After -f, you will always write the name of the tar file. Okay, so if I press enter, it will give me the verbose output, and if I do the ls, then you will see file 1, file 2 and file 3 has been extracted from the new file.tar. One thing to notice here is that when I am extracting the files, then it is extracting in the current directory. In case if you want to extract in some other location, then you can use the option here capital C. For example, I'll make a directory here with the name dash. I'll press enter and I will again extract the file, but in this case I will also give the option here, that is the capital dash C, and I will write here dashed. Okay, so if I press enter, now you will see inside the dashed all the files are extracted. So in case if you want to extract the file in some particular directory, in that case you can use the option here capital C and provide the path of the directory here. Now let me clear it and do the ls here, and I'll remove all the files. Okay, now after that, sometimes you require is that you want to extract only a particular file from the archived file. For example, if you see the files here present inside the new file.tar, there is file 1, file 2 and file 3. Okay, now let's say that you want to extract only the file 2 file from the new file.tar. In that case, you can write here tar-x and then the name of the file, that is, let's say file 2, and after that -f and then the name of the tar file. Okay, so if I press enter, do the ls, then you will see only a provided file has been extracted. So now I will clear it. Now these were some couple of important options that we used with the tar command during the archiving. So whenever you see any tar file, in that case you can use these options. But in many case scenario, this archived file is going to be compressed. For example, you will receive the file with the extension z. Okay, or you can receive the file in the extension with bz2. Okay, I'll put some space here, and similarly you might end up getting the file with the extension here gz. Okay, so what are these extensions? Basically, first multiple files are combined into the single file, that is the tar file, and then that particular tar file is compressed. Now there are many programs that are able to compress any particular file. For example, if you are compressing using the compress program, in that case it will have the extension of .z. Similarly, if you are compressing using the bzip2, in that case the extension will be bz2, and if you are compressing with the gzip, in that case the extension will be gz. Now compression actually reduces the size of the file, and the tar command can also be used for the compressing of the file after we put it into the archived format. Now I will discuss the functionality of the compression with the tar command in the next video. Along with that, in the next video we will also look at the compression using some of the programs like bzip2 or gzip. So that's all for today guys. I hope you like the video. If you have any doubt, please comment it down. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.